Hello, I'm NecroPolo. So, as opposed to most of the videos that you can find on my channel, this one is relatively recent. I mean, it will not be released, 6 months after recording it. Maybe it will be a shorter one, as I don't script my videos. It would be useful, but I don't work this way. For me, it just takes drastically less time to, just say anything on the fly and then cut unnecessary things later than stick to a plan, reading script lines or text. For me, it just makes it pretty artificial. Well, if talking about being artificial makes any sense around the age of AI. In my opinion, AI is just a justified form of human stupidity and laziness, but this is not even the topic of this video. So last week, with my acoustic project Diabolus in Musica, we performed a theater play. Basically, it's like a poems, music sort of thing with visual support. It's pretty tight, like a clockwork. But not even that is the topic of this video. But sooner or later we'll be getting there. The very first show was performed around 2021, and we had 7 or 8 more shows during the following years. And we had the lucky opportunity to work with the very same technical team as back in the days. The guys had the presets of the very last show, 2022, exactly 3 years ago. And this is where this actual video topic begins. I can recall that I changed my strings on my Ovation acoustic guitar before our latest theater play. The madness that we can see today started with COVID lockdowns and shortage of things, like guitar strings in my country. So rather out of necessity than curiosity, I just decided that I will leave this set of strings on the guitar as long as possible. I've been using Dunlop 65 string conditioner for, decades, so my strings were always clean. Still, I changed them at least in 3 months to minimize the chance of breaking a string. So then I was going, okay, this time I will leave it on until it breaks. About the string tone, I think I'm lucky. I never liked the sound of fresh strings. They are too brittle, too splashy, trebly to me. The sweet spot usually arrived a couple of days, maybe a week later, when the string became a little bit worn in, darker, softer, keeping the tune better, and so on. The Dunlop 65 helped this process, so usually I applied it right after changing the strings, and later on it helped to keep them in a stable condition until the end of the service. So all in all, we had a quite busy year in 2022. Performing over 60 live shows with this guitar. Maybe it's sort of odd to use standard electric guitar strings on an acoustic guitar, still I did it. Since around their introduction, and it wasn't yesterday, you believe me, I've been using D'Addario EXL 125 hybrids. So, shamelessly, I put it on my acoustic guitars as well. As they worked absolutely fine after 1 year of use, I just kept on running like Forrest Gump. So 2023 happened and it was an even more busy year. More live shows and recording a full album. I know the golden rule of recording that you must put on a fresh set of strings on your guitar before the work starts, but I was the producer of the album, so I said, okay, leave it on. We are still in the middle of an experiment, let's see what happens. And eventually all my tracks became recorded with 2 years old strings. And let me emphasize that I kept on using the Dunlop 65 string conditioner almost religiously after every play. So the album became released somewhere around the end of the year and a supporting tour started. So the next year, 2024, was even more dense than the years before. Okay, I don't want to make this video too long, so here we are in 2025. Now I'm realizing that the actual set of strings, this D'Addario EXL 125, just had the 3rd anniversary. I know one day it will break, but not today. So far so good. So some honest ideas and observations. 1. I didn't notice any stability or sound issues. The guitar keeps in tune, and the conditioner kept the strings in quite an acceptable condition. No rust. Honestly, to me, it feels like a new set of strings after 1 week of very heavy use and cleaning, of course. 2. It doesn't mean that I stopped buying strings by D'Addario. Actually, it's the contrary. I can wholeheartedly support a company whose standard strings last for 3 years without issues. As all my guitars have D'Addario EXL 125s, I ordered 10 packs of them. And please don't get the wrong idea. This is not a sponsored video, so apart from providing this product, D'Addario didn't support me to say good words about their strings. But you know what? Hell, I've been using D'Addario since the early 90s, and they're consistent, they're great, they're my choice for over 30 years. They don't have to pay me a single penny to appreciate in public what they do. The same goes to Dunlop products. Again, it's not a sponsored opinion, but I use Dunlop picks, pedals, and a lot of stuff made by Dunlop, and they really made my life easier as a guitarist. So here you go, my little experiment including D'Addario strings and Dunlop 65 string conditioner. So, is it a working idea to leave your set of strings on for a long time and cleaning it? Well, I have no idea. You tell me. I'm not suggesting anything. Well, besides, if you appreciate the quality of a product by a company, then keep supporting it on the long run. Surely it won't hurt. And that's it for today. NecroPolo out. See you somewhere in time.